Hi.
Given the position of the two teams in the league going into the game this weekend, what have you said to the players this week?
Nothing different to any other game, really, I suppose, in as much as we're trying to get our own preparation right. And that's, first and foremost, we have to try and continue to play with the same sort of intensity that we've had in recent Premier League games, and take that into what will be a difficult and important game for both teams.
Drawing on your own experiences, how much would climbing out of the relegation zone at the expense of a rival have an impact on a group of players at this stage of the season?
I'm not going to say I don't want it to happen. Of course, if it happens, great. But it's really about being able to sustain the improvement that we've made. So it will be a good thing. Of course, it would, and we want to go and try and win the game there, for sure. But there is still a significant part of the season left, and we've got to not really get carried away with the weekly seeing what it looks like. If this happens, the speculation. We've just got to try and keep our focus very much on our performances and get our own, if you like, get our own house in order by securing enough wins. It's really straightforward in my mind in how we approach the remainder of the season. So, this is a big game for us, but they're all big games for us.
To get to this point that you can climb out of the relegation zone, and you were 9 points off safety before the Manchester United game. The gap is now 2 points, 10 points from your last 4 Premier League games. What have you done personally? What impact have you had, or what have you done to help turn that around?
Worked very hard with the staff and the players to try and maximise what we've got. I mean, there's no magic formula to going out there and making changes. I mean, the players have played really pretty well in most of our games, and I just think for us I'm very loath to start speaking in terms of how things have changed. We'll see how they've changed at the end of the season if we are able to retain our Premier League status, and we've given ourselves a better chance with recent results. But it really is about trying to sustain that, and the players have applied themselves exceptionally well. I'm really pleased with not just their approach to games, but how they've approached working day to day on the training field and dealing with a very hectic games program as well, which has been really tough for us, but as it is for everybody. But there's lots and lots of hard work still to be done for sure.
I read an interview with you recently where you said you need to feel an emotional attachment with where you're working. Are you feeling that with this group of players? Are you feeling that there's something about them that they're ready for the next few months?
It's an emotional attachment with the job as well. I mean, I wouldn't have taken the job if I didn't overthink it, because I've been asked a few times already about whether I had still got, whether it be enthusiasm or whether it be the drive or whatever it is to continue to work. And those are the sorts of questions that I've asked myself for sure, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't think we were capable of getting out of the situation that we're in. But I can't ask people to be committed if I'm not committed myself. So all those things are very important to me, and I think this club has got a really strong identity, and there's potential for us to rediscover what we are as a football club. So I do feel attached to being a part of that, trying to rediscover that.
Looking ahead to this weekend, how is the injury situation?
Yeah, I mean we've unfortunately this season we've had a number of injuries that have caused us problems. We've still got some long-termers who, I have to accept they're not going to be available for a while. So Danny Welbeck, though, is back out on the grass, so he's making good progress. Cleverly's still, a while away. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to really put too much of a time frame on that, because when he's back, I want him back for good. I don't want to put players at risk just for the sake of another couple of weeks, to make sure they're absolutely right. Prodal's making progress. Yammat's making progress. Will Hughes, we don't think will be available for this weekend. So we've got a few less serious ones who are. We'll assess them over the next couple of days to see whether we can include them for the trip. But we'll just manage it. It's obviously Pereyra being available now because the red card was rescinded is another player that at least we've got available for this weekend.
Chalobah and Cathcart, do they fall into the category of possibly being available this weekend?
They both trained today, so But I mean, this is the point that we do have some players with longer term injuries, and then we've got players who we're aware have manageable sorts of injuries or issues that we can get them through games and training. But certainly having a rest helped a number of the players last week, for sure.
At this stage of the transfer window, how many players do you feel that you will get in, if any?
Again, hopefully we'll have some new signings by getting some of our injuries back, which will be really important for us. And so, bearing that in mind, I don't think I want to be talking too much about speculating on other people's players. And if we did no business at all, then I still think we've got the capability and enough tools here already to get out of the situation that we're in. But time will tell. I've never been one for discussing too much in the public domain. But I don't like to talk about other people's players, and certainly I do think that we've got good players here already. So if we do business, it's not going to be substantial for sure.
Without going into individual names, is there anything close in terms of a specific position that you think?
Not as we speak. No.
Just a final one. This weekend, you renew your acquaintances with Mike Dean. I just wonder how you reflect on a fairly memorable interview after the Leicester Spurs game back in 2015.
Yeah. I didn't get a Christmas card off him this year anyway. No, look, it's things happen, don't they? And I can only make statements that at any given time that might be because I've got an emotional attachment. Who knows? It was my view at the time. But look, he's a professional, so am I. It's not about me, and it's certainly not about him. It's about the players on the pitch.
When you look to seek him out, is he that kind of, is it something that you feel the need to say anything beforehand and laugh it off? Or?
I'd not even given it a thought until you mentioned it, so give me time. If you see me talking to him, then maybe. But no, let's just get on with it.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Nigel, can I ask you, how are you managing high levels of optimism within the team itself, but not letting the squad get bogged down about what the other Premier League teams are doing right now?
How am I doing it? it's really more about the very fact that we have to be realistic about the situation that we're in. I think it's really important that we don't get ahead of ourselves. We've done some good work so far, but there's a long way to go. Again, I don't try and think too much about that. It's just trying to set standards and be a part of trying to create a feeling at the football club that we, the standards that we work to on a daily basis remain high.
And finally, can I ask you about Troy Deeney and Ben Foster, two of your most
Yeah.
senior players within the squad, have talked about, have given actually a really good insight about your methods. In particular, Troy Deeney has said he feels like he's been treated like a proper man. How flattered are you to hear that kind of backing from one of your senior players?
Flattery, yeah. I don't know whether I feel flattered by it. Look, the only thing I'd say is that I think what's really important in any workplace is that there is an element of fairness and an element of respect, and I think I try and work with those values very high on the list, and I just believe that you should treat people the way that you want to be treated yourself. It's fairly mundane, boring, but very important stuff. It's what we all want, I think. It's about the human elements, really, about how you deal with people. Football doesn't sit outside of anything else, any other parts of society, really, in that respect. It's just about trying to engage with people, be open and upfront, but set the framework for them as much as anything.
Click here for more videos.